All right, let me put this in front of me. Salam. My name is Mustafa. For those of you new to the channel, this is Sabr Path. I am not Sabr Path. The brand is Sabr Path. Those of you new, I am a game developer. I have worked in the game industry. I had like 3 years at Treyarch doing administrative work. I I learned a lot while I was there, talking to the level designers, learning level design, learning how to use their tools, and then they never hired me. So then I moved on, and I did like 3.5 years of QA work at a software development place. That's kind of like gaming. It's an indoor cycling game. So it's mostly like software development, which is more hands-on for QA than with the gaming industry. And then after that, got laid off and started Sabr Path. I have one game on Steam. I'm trying to make time to finish my second game. First game is a tower defense game. Just it's very simple. It's not nothing groundbreaking. Just a tower defense game. Tried making it narrative focused, but after release, I realized that people who play tower defense games don't care about narrative. They just want to skip it. So that was a learning experience. Second game is more of a first person stealth horror themed game, has puzzles, stealthing around, avoiding the enemy who can kill you because you can't fight back. And I'm trying to get that worked on. I'm mostly done with it, but I need to make time to work on it. Right now, I'm working on job jobs that don't have anything to do with gaming, trying to pay the bills. So, anyways, today. Oh, and as far as this channel goes, I figure I might as well just do the introduction since no one's in the chat. No one's in here yet. But for those of you new to the channel I cover problems with the game industry, share my opinions, my experiences. Sometimes talk about misconceptions, especially since a lot of people who talk about these same problems don't have experience in the game industry. So sometimes I will say, no, this is wrong. I'm not trying to agree with the people who agree with me all the time. That's not the goal. The goal is to point out problems. And if something's not a real problem, then I think that should be spoken about. Everything shouldn't be a problem because then it delegitimizes the actual problems. So, anyways, that's my brief introduction for the channel. As far as today's as far as today, oh look at that, we got someone in the chat. Why is the chat weird? Okay, turn on subscriber only mode. Okay, that's fine. I know that. Okay, so honestly, I'm so over listening to every random gamer Joe's opinion about everything. For me, I decided to enjoy things for what they are worth. Well, welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining me, Ashen1X. I appreciate you. I get what you mean. Not everything. Oh, why? Oh, stop moving. Stop moving. Okay. There we go. Anyways, yes. So, yeah, I agree. Not everything should be the end of the world. Not every problem should be seen as the end of the world. But at the same time, I think it's important to call out problems when there are actual problems. And I think as far as narrative goes, I think that's a legit problem to talk about because entertainment is what drives society. And whether people want to give credit to it or not, but entertainment drives society, and I think it's important to call out when there's like certain messaging or things like that with storytelling and narrative. I think your opinion is worth more, though, just not Asmongold or mine. Well, funny enough, we're gonna be talking about Asmongold today. You might have seen that on the thumbnail. So today, yeah, which I'll just transition to the main topic. So the main topic today, I'm going to talk about the Indie Game Awards, which is a new thing. I think it started last year, but we're going to look at their website real quick, and then I'm going to do a reaction. First time watching the video, I haven't watched it yet, but it's like a 13, almost 14-minute long video of Asmongold talking about the Indie Game Awards is a poop show. For those of you who are new to the channel, I don't cuss. So if I say something like poop, it's because I don't cuss. All right? Deal with it. Anyways, let me switch OBS to studio mode, and then, okay, there we go. And then I'm going to get this on screen. Transition. And I guess real quick, anyone watching the stream live, looks like it's just you, Ashen1X right now, but I'm going to keep up with the chat. Every now and then I'll look over and respond, because that's the goal. The goal is to be interactive. Man. Oh, and also today, let me switch back, transition back. All right, so real quick, two things. So yeah, today I'm doing a little bit earlier than usual because I have to go to work early today. So that's why I usually try to do 10 o'clock Central Time. And today I started a little bit after 9 because I have to be at work shortly after this, so that's why I did a little bit early. Next week, though, I won't be able to do Wednesday. Either I will have to do. Let me get my calendar up. Did I put it on my calendar? Calendar. Let me look real quick. What time is next week? So I did not put it on my calendar yet. Why did I not put it on my calendar? All right. Anyway, so next week I do have work sometime during the daytime hours on Wednesday. So I won't be able to do a Wednesday live stream either. So here are my two options. Either I do it Tuesday during my regular time, or I'll do it Wednesday after I get off work, which will be evening time for me. I'm thinking more it's going to be Tuesday. So that will likely be it. Regardless, I'm going to post the video so you'll be able to see the time ahead of time. You'll see the thumbnail, and you'll see the time of when it's going to stream. So it's just going to be a different time next week due to work, and work is work. So I can't tell work, hey, I'm doing a live stream. Reschedule me. No, they don't care. They want me in. Sip my coffee. Anyways, let's see what you got over here. I mean, you have the experience to give a valid, worthwhile statement about video games. Thank you. I mean, I like to think that my opinion is valid, but I mean, there are things that I'm possibly saying that's incorrect as well, because a lot of my experience with the AAA industry, especially at Treyarch, is not firsthand. It's like secondhand experience because I didn't attend. For example, I didn't attend game development meetings since I wasn't a game developer. I did talk to a lot of game developers, and I'd see them go into the meeting rooms and talk to them and see what's up. But there could be some information I might say wrong. I try to be as correct as possible. Guess he isn't a developer. Don't know anything about him really. Guess I'm guessing he isn't. Oh, you talk about Asmongold. Asmongold, I believe uh he basically got his fame from streaming World of Warcraft, so he's basically more of a fan. Oh, I do believe he does something with publishing though. He does something called like One True King, which is kind of weird because usually like Christians use that to describe Jesus. And so I don't know if he's describing himself as Jesus, but regardless, he does some publishing stuff, but and I'm also sure he's talked to game developers due to him having such a wide reach, but he's not a game developer himself. Uh, how you doing, Sarah Van Balahi? Thanks for joining. Let's see, it's important to recognize when we don't know anything. That's healthy attitude. Fair, true, true. Okay. All right. So now that I got the what was that called? Housekeeping. Once I got the now that I got the housekeeping out of the way, you guys know that's next week is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna get going again. I'm gonna try to look at the chat every once in a while. Oh man, sorry. And super chats are always welcome, not required, but they're always welcome. So let's get back to sharing the screen. Transition back. There we go. All right, Indie Game Awards. So this is the Indie Game Awards. It seems to be put together by a lot of people who are well known in the indie game development space. So real quick to add to the lore of this, I'll the the indie game scene is very much a clique. I used to follow quite a number of people on Twitter who are indie game developers, and they all act like it's one big clique. Like they meet each other at GDC regardless of where they live. A lot of these people are buddies with each other. I'm very familiar with him. I used to play Super Monday Night Combat a lot, and he was one of the like lead developers for Super Monday Night Combat. And after that game fell apart, he started his own thing, and he's really big on diversity. Like he's anti hiring white people unless unless they are check boxes for something else. Um, and I don't follow a lot of these people anymore because they all have transitioned over to Blue Sky, as you can see down here, the Blue Sky uh, icon. No, there's Blue Sky, YouTube, Twitch, and nothing else. So I don't have a Blue Sky account. I'm not gonna follow these people on Blue Sky, and yeah, I mean you could see from yourself who is part of this whole thing. Like you have the current giant bomb. Um, am I allowed to say that word on YouTube? Maybe I should not say it too many times. There's only so many times you're allowed to get away with things. So Wanderbots, man, this guy he has a big platform, and a lot of indie devs try to get Wanderbots to play their game because of how big his platform is, but he is very, from what I've seen on Twitter, he is all about the ideology. Um, I tried getting I Dream of Indie to play my game once, and they responded back to me with this template email with all these price points of if you pay this much, we'll do like a 1 minute on your video. If you pay this much, we'll do a 5 minute on your video, like etc. I'm like, whoa, I'm not paying you hundreds of dollars to play my goofy little tower defense game that's not gonna make that money back. No, thank you. I am not going to pay you guys money to play my game because there's no guarantee I'm gonna make that money back, especially with it being like this a tower defense game. And anyways, you hear the hosts. I don't know who any of these people are. I'm assuming these two are married since they have the same last name. I have no idea who any of these people are. The Muhammad's I know. Do I know this person or know of this person? Who is this guy? Let's search Muhammad Fahmy. MMA fighter? Mitsu? Oh no, I'm not gonna go too far into this. Anyways, let me catch up with the chat real quick. What's okay? All right. Well, let me get back to the top. All right, saw that, saw that, saw that. Just a quiet, peaceful dance. Thanks for joining. What did Asmon do? That scandal? Well, it's not what he did. We're gonna talk about the Indie Game Awards. So we're gonna do a reaction on. We didn't even start it yet, so you're in time. But this is the Indie Game Awards that he did a video on. We're going to get into that in a moment. I'm just catching up with the chat. Sorry for my wall of text. I can't stop myself type. Did you send a wall of text? Or are you just referring to your many chats before? Don't worry. Just type whatever you want. Type whatever you want. Oh, there's something. Message retracted. Like I'm not sure if you deleted that yourself or if YouTube retracted that. Have fun. I'm terrible. If you don't pay anything, karma, you'll f over you over. Love, love. I dream of indie. Yep. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But yeah. So Ashen1X, I think what you posted is not allowed on YouTube. I'm assuming maybe you put link. Oh, so if it's a link. I set it so no one's allowed to post links due to preventing people from spamming, like bots spamming links to adult sites, etc. So yeah, it might be retracted due to URL if that's what you posted. Oh, you removed it. Okay, all right. So anyways, the reason why we're talking about this, I'm assuming this is what Asmongold's going to talk about. But when we look at these games, first of all, the categories are crazy. All right, so we got achievement in accessibility. So I'm assuming accessibility is the game is designed for people with handicaps, like a person who can play with only one hand, for example. Then we have African Indie Game Awards, and we have these wild, like, look at this. Brew and Boogie, episode 1, Get the Milk. And this is the African indie game. We have Finding Father as African indie game. Ikelia as African indie game. And someone pointed out, I'm not sure how true it is, but I did see somebody, Kada, he pointed out that most of these games are developed by white people. So, and then we have ANZ Indie Game Award, which is Australia, New Zealand, and Pacific Islander. That is such a crazy, like you could clump Australia and New Zealand and Pacific Islander like all together as if like they belong together, and it's just wild that they're even doing categories like this, segregated categories. You live here, okay, you you qualify for this award, this recognition, but if you don't live here, you're not allowed to get this recognition. So that I'm assuming this is part of the problem that Asmongold is going to talk about, and these Black Voice in Gaming Award, curated by Black Voices in Gaming. When they say something like this, that just means the people who nominated these are all black judges. The way how these things are worded, Black Voices, that just sounds inappropriate. That sounds like something you should not say. Like if I were to say, "Hey, you're a black voice," that would not that would not be allowed at any point. This category honors outstanding achievements for indies crafted by black developers from around the world. I mean, at least this wording is a little bit better. Black developers, but then if you say the judges are black voices. So essentially, this award is you have black people nominating other black people's work. And how is that okay? How is that okay to be a category? Hey, well, I'm gonna do the Muslim Voice Award, and you have to be Muslim. Though I'm not gonna accept converts, only people who are born Muslim. You have to be born Muslim, because I need I need extra layers of segregation, and also my panel of judges who will decide who will get nominated all have to be Muslim too. So, I'm sorry, that's just how it is. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I'm sorry. Let me. Okay, just closing the chat and gonna listen. Okay. Those regions play on the same servers, usually in PvP games. Okay, so games accessibility for disabled people is obviously not the issue. Problem is they promote things like boss battle skip for people who don't want to engage. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Um, I'm in the mindset that if you can't beat the first boss, you shouldn't be allowed to skip it. You shouldn't be allowed to progress through the game. I've had this mentality for forever. I remember a long time ago, uh, my friend and his girlfriend were playing God of War on my PS2, and like my friend's girlfriend really wanted to play God of War, the very first one, and I was like, okay, yeah, go ahead and play it. And the very first boss battle, which is basically a tutorial, the Hydra is basically a tutorial, and she could not beat the Hydra. She was wanting me to do stuff for her, and I was like, no, you do it yourself. If you can't beat this Hydra, then you're not going to be able to play the rest of the game. You need to beat this Hydra, otherwise you won't be able to do anything else in the game. I'm gonna be playing the game for you. And that was like forever ago. How long ago did the first God of War come out? That was like maybe 2008 or something like that. That was a while back. But I have the same mentality with my kids. I have them playing very simple games like Mario. Sometimes they want to play Donkey Kong, which is a little bit too hard. Like my oldest son's having trouble like moving and jumping at the same time, and he tells me, can you do this for me? No, you got to do that yourself. If you can't figure out how to jump on this platform in the very first level of the game, then you're not going to do anything else in the rest of the game, because the rest of the game just gets harder. And I agree with like the whole boss battle skip. Like if what's the point of playing the game then? watch somebody stream it or something. Watch somebody's playthrough. Like it, it also it also affects the game design of the rest of the game because when creating, I guess I should make myself a little bit bigger just for this real quick. So anyways, when a designer designs a game, the difficulty of the game balance, basically there's the default setting, the default difficulty that the designers design the game around, and then for the additional um difficulty settings, they make certain adjustments. For example, it could be the number of enemies that show up on the screen, it can be the amount of damage that they deal, it can be the amount of health you have. It depends on the game. And all those things have to be tested. They have to test whether it breaks the game, whether it makes it way too easy, whether they're able to exploit things, etc. So when a game has only one difficulty, such as From Software games, it allows for the developers to focus on fine-tuning that one experience. Once they have additional settings, then that leads to extra testing and usually the modes that aren't the mode that the developers intentionally, that were intending to be the main mode, those aren't usually as fun. Especially when you have like normal mode and then an easy mode. The easy mode sometimes is just way too easy and it's way too boring. So I just want to talk about that real quick. Let me get through the chat. Noob friendly does not mean dumb friendly. No. Uh, yeah, those are two different things. But often the game will also bluntly call you out for cheating. I feel like that was at least the first time I really oh, never mind, I take it back. I was gonna say Ninja Gaiden, with them giving you like a pink ribbon when you unlock a ninja dog mode or something like that. But I guess it goes way back to like Wolfenstein 3D, where uh, the difficulty modes had the faces, and the easiest had like he was wearing like a baby bonnet and had a pacifier in his mouth saying like "Call me daddy" or something like that. Sekiro is an easy game. My favorite game of all time right now. I have Sekiro. I just don't have time to play these long games. That changes every month though. I bought Sekiro really cheap when I used to work at Treyarch because we have an Activision store, company discount. We're able to purchase it within the company store. So I got it really cheap, and I have it on PS4, but I just never got around to playing it because it's a long game. I don't have time for long games anymore. Okay. So let me get back. Lots of I have lots of I don't have any free time. Like I'm trying to do right now. I got my job that's trying to pay the bills, but also I'm trying to do a lot of Upwork. I'm trying to get onto Upwork and build my portfolio on Upwork so I can get better paying jobs. Like right now I'm doing like these really cheap jobs, like $10 jobs on Upwork. uh, the intent is that if I get enough of these and build the profile on Upwork, that will lead to me getting the better paying jobs. And I'm also looking at as like, okay, I'm not making a lot on Upwork at the moment, but it's like if I do DoorDash, the algorithm gives me the cheap, low tipping ones at first, and then it won't give me the better tipping ones until I build up my um, level up my profile. So let me transition back to this. So yeah, community management. This is such a weird thing to basically. The way how I see this is that they're giving a shout out to their buddies. Like, okay, we like this community manager because this community manager is part of the clique, and we want to give a shout out to the. Why is the game getting a shout out for the community manager? This is so weird. Debut game. Okay, that makes sense, but emotional impact. I guess that can be something, but this is definitely I think that's a good category: gameplay design, innovation, Latin America. Again, this goes back to the whole segregation thing. Music, okay. Narrative, all right. Solo development, um, I guess, give a shout out to the solo developer. Again, segregation. So anyways, let's get to Asmongold. Let me put on my headphones. Hades 2 is just Hades 1 though. I need to play. I have Hades 1. I need to play it. Like I bought it a long time ago cuz everyone was talking about how amazing it is. Oh man, I need to make time for everything. I need to work out more. I need to my back is killing me because of my new job. I can barely move right now, so I guess not work out at the moment, but let's get this. Let's stop talking. Let's put this on screen. Let's get as okay, let me move me. Let me move me. Okay. No. Is this locked? Oh, it is locked. Okay. So, oh actually all right, so let me take it off studio mode. There we go. And then let me move me up here. That is not me. Undo. Okay, let me try that again. Oh, it's locked. Okay, unlock these. Unlock, unlock. All right. Now let's move me up here. All right. There we go. Or should I just go all the way to the corner? Just go all the way up to the corner. There we go. All right. There we go. Community manager, what do you need to manage about the community? All those community guidelines here. Yeah, so like community manager, not only are they regulating what people are posting, but when it comes to an indie game, the community manager is basically the entire marketing team. Their job is to make posts, let people know about the game, be the voice of the game. So that's the majority of what community managers do. There's one girl. Let me get this off the screen real quick. Camera only. What's her name? Victoria Tran, I think. What's she do again? Victoria Tran. I think she's the Among Us. Victoria Tran. Yeah, there she is. Okay, I'm Victoria Tran. Go back to this. Yeah, I'm Victoria Tran. To get my book to learn about community management. She's like, um, well, how do I describe her? So she's the community manager for Among Us, and because like she posts a bunch of memes and stuff, Among Us helped gain momentum for Among Us. But people see her as like an authority figure when it comes to learning about how to do community management. And so I'm assuming like this the whole community manager award thing is to try to prop up more people like her. Be like, hey, you are a voice for the indie devs, and we will allow you among our group, among us. It was amazing the first time though, and yet most community managers from AAA are from hell picking. I mean, That's also in the indie space as well. Okay, so let's yeah, I agree. All those yes. So let's get Asmongold. Let me make sure. Let me know if you could hear him well.
There's just no way Claire Obscure Expedition 33 should be up for the Indie Game Awards.
Is he too low or too loud? Can someone let me know if I should adjust the volume, or is he fine? I know it's good. There's gonna be a little bit of a delay because of that's how streams work. It's not instant. But yeah, let me know if I should up his volume or lower his volume, or if it's fine as is. I don't think I could ever recommunicate if my picture was online. I mean, that's kind of a thing that people have to whenever like making themselves a figure online. It's like, okay, do I want my face to be memed? People are gonna make fun of me if whether I'm doing good or bad. People are gonna make fun of me. So that's something I had to like come to acceptance. He's a little lower than you are. Okay, I'm gonna hire him up a little bit and let me know. I'm gonna just continue and let me know if I should adjust.
Which dumb retard idiot said this? Yeah, I don't even know what any of these games even are. Achievements and accessibility. Oh god. African Indie Game Award.
I mean, that's basically. I knew this was gonna be something you'd talk about. Yeah, no words. No words.
What? Ikea?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Ikea, Finding Father, Get the Milk.
Why would you say this? Like, I don't. Is this like a rogue dev? Like, I mean, it had to have been like this is the top. Like, in terms of like prime real estate, the top one in the middle is the prime real estate, and you put that one there, and you nominate that one. This is like, yeah, it feels like this is satire.
I mean, like the yeah, I agree with him. I feel like it has to be intentional because there's no way they have to. There's no way they can be this unaware that Finding Father, regardless as to whether I'm talking about the devs themselves that made that game or the people who nominated this and put it on the awards, everybody across the board, for someone to make a game called Finding Father or Get the Milk with this looking face, IQIA, how is, well, I guess Ikea is fine on its own in a vacuum. This is the least offensive, but like when you have like African Indie Game Award, and then within your African Indie Game Award you have Ikea, someone's tone deaf. Either someone's tone deaf or they are intentionally doing this. Get the milk followed by finding. Yeah, exactly. Like the fact that they have them both together. How are they this tone deaf? We can't do nothing about it but laugh. Yeah, it's.
No way! What the fuck is this? Oh my god! Look, top left. Get the milk. I Get the milk, Finding Father, and IQIA. I can't, guys. This is crazy. 2025 Indie Game of the Year Awards. What is this here? What?
And Roger, I never heard. I mean, like I mean, to be fair, I'm a busy guy. I don't know. I don't keep up with a lot of these indie games, but I think I've seen that one before. I never heard this. That I've heard Citizen Sleeper. Never heard that. Never heard that. Of course, I know Silk Song, Hades, and Expedition.
What pathetic brain dead retard came up with this list? Let's look at some of these games. Absalom. Let's pull this one up. $7,000 players.
Is Absalom,
let's look up And Roger.
Hold on, let me. Is Absalom the game that's by what Heartbreak Studio? Absalom. How do we spell? No, this is not the game I was thinking of. Oh, this is made by Dotemu. Okay, and as well as some other it looks like a number of developers. Wow. Okay, Dotemu. So it looks like some collaborative effort. But Dotemu, I've heard of Dotemu. The Dotemu has made a number of bigger games. Like they're working on the Cosmic Invasion, Marvel. I think the Ninja Turtles game. Oh, so okay, no. Anyway, so yeah, the Shredder's Revenge. So yeah, they're known. Man, this game looks good. I like the screenshots. Let's go back. Go back to this. Blueprints, I think it's a puzzle thing.
So let me get this straight. Hold up. Wait a minute. We have a video game that had 68 total players. Or sorry, concurrent players, all-time peak.
Nominated for Game of the Year.
And it's beating out Megabonk, Schedule 1, and Ball Pit. So let me get this straight. So you have 3 video games. Every single one of these video games has, yeah, and also, oh yeah, there's another one too. That's another one. RV There Yet? I don't know about that one. Escape from Duck Off? Yes. Yes. There's another one right there. Okay. So what we have here.
Granted, one thing I will disagree with him on. He does have a point. He does have a point about number of players, because usually indie games they don't go viral unless they are good. So he does have a point there, but I don't completely agree with him that it should go off of like number of concurrent players, because the fact that like number of players does not mean quality. So while a game usually rises to the top, indie games usually rise to the top due to it being special and good. There are also lots of indie games that end up being like hidden gems and they get overlooked. So he does have a point, but it's I don't completely agree with it. With that said, though, if they're just elevating some random game that completely failed, and it's only because the person who developed it is within their clique and they're trying to uplift it, then it's like they're being sleazy with the way how they're conducting things. Let me go back to this. Ridiculous. There are other numbers to look at. I'd think too, but it's a good indicator. Yeah. I think there's something worth. There is worth to look at the number of players, but I don't think that should be like an indicator of like, yeah, this needs to be Game of the Year. I don't think it should be the sole indication. To be clear.
Probably one of the most pathetic things that I've seen in a long time. 301,000 people playing the game, okay? With a positive rating.
Really impressive, especially since it's a single player game, though. Uh, it does appear from my observation, it appears that games that are the premise is a meme, those games tend to go viral a lot better than games that have a more serious, less fun or less meme like uh aesthetic. Like Schedule One, Duck Off. Those games are very meme heavy, and there's an absurdity to how the game looks, and that helps spread, make the game more viral. Fail to believe that game with 68 players isn't promoted by getting nomination because of the same form of nepotism. Yeah, I agree. Or ideological alliance says. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I completely agree with you. It was just more. My point is that um, there is a possibility of hidden gems that just completely fail due to a lack of proper marketing. So I guess my point was more that games that do well are usually specifically indie games, because indie games don't have the same marketing budget as as a AAA game, but indie games that rise to the top are usually good games, but not all good indie games rise to the top. Some of them just completely failed due to lack of marketing, came out at the wrong time, etc.
Of 94%. Ball Pit with 35,000 people playing the game with 92% rating. 117,000 people playing Mega Bonk with 91% rating. Schedule 1, 96% rating with almost 500,000 people playing the game. And not a single one of those games made the list. But this bullshit game and Roger. What about this game Consume Me? Let's see how many people played this one.
Consume Me sounds like it's probably some sort of like some kind of thing that people are into, if you know what I mean. Like it's some sort of a kink.
$145.
I mean,
Gentlemen,
let's see what this game is even about. What is this game? Let's go to let's open this up. Let's go get this game should be game of the year right here. Anyways, Consume Me. Is it even gonna let me see the game? All right, so it's not adult only game. So did you feel stupid, fat, lazy, or ugly in high school? Well, I did, but at least I made a life simulation RPG about it. So this is some sort of like a binge eating stress game? Like I don't understand. How much is this game? $15? Do people want to play this for $15? I don't think so. And like I can see this more of a $10 game. I don't know. This so looks like they just listed off all the devs. Like everybody has their own. That's so weird. This is not common for each developer to be to basically tie their Steam account to the one game. It's possible, like it is possible to have multiple developers tie, but like each individual looks like each individual person. Jenny, AP Thomas, G, Violet, and Ken. Like all the people who worked on this game attached, rather than making a studio name, like rather than saying, okay, like for example, like Sabr Path. Because if I hire people, that's basically how it would be done. I would have it under Sabr Path. not me, have my name and then the other developer's name, etc. This is just very uncommon. And then they got a publisher somehow. They have a publishing deal with somebody. That's kind of amazing that they're able to get a publishing deal. Anyways, they got some awards. Indie Games Festival, lots of Indie Games Festival nominations and awards. IGF Wings, Amaze. I should put some awards. The Sabr Path Award of Fine Arts.
I'm gonna. Where are they on Twitter? Who's it? Indie Games?
Amateur.
Where's it? Indie Games. Where's it? Who did this? I'm Indie Game Awards. Where's it? Yesterday, the excellent Indie Game Awards. Okay, where's your Twitter?
Don't have one.
Where's your Twitter? You don't have Twitter? You have Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
You have Blue Sky. You don't have Twitter.
No.
You don't have Twitter. You have Blue Sky.
That tells you enough. They believe in echo chambers.
Oh. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, this is
Never mind.
This is what I said before I started watching this video, is that all these devs, they have their own clique. And as I mentioned before, I followed them on Twitter, or not all these people, but a good number of the more well-known people. Mainly I was following Muslim game developers like Rami Ismail and other Muslim game developers, but they're also following other, like all these game developers, they're following all these people within the same clique, because even though like Rami Ismail is Muslim, these Muslim game developers, they also they promote this ideology rather than Islamic ideology, which goes to show whenever someone says, "Oh, this person's Muslim, he wants to spread Sharia law." Are you sure about that? I don't think that's what Rami Ismail wants. I don't think he wants that at all. But anyways, there is always the stupid award by Asmon. I mean, I don't know if he'll even give me a stupid award, but anyways.
Don't mind me.
Yeah. That's my point, is that these people are all in a clique, and then they all moved to Blue Sky. So then it's like I stop seeing what they say, unless they are developers that I've added onto LinkedIn, and sometimes I'll see their nonsense on LinkedIn, but I don't log into LinkedIn too much other than to try to reach out to recruiters or look for jobs, because LinkedIn is hot garbage. I hate looking at the LinkedIn feed. My LinkedIn feed either consists of people posting their work with 3D modeling / animation, which I don't really care to see, or people posting AI stuff, which I don't care to see that either, or they post woke ideology stuff, which I don't care to see. So I hate looking at LinkedIn feed, because it reminds me of how bad Facebook was when I had a Facebook, and I closed my Facebook account years ago, long time ago.
There it is, guys. Oh my fucking god. Well, I'm not surprised anymore. Let me just say that. So the Indie Game Awards, and great.
Award season is in the air. On behalf of 6-1 Indie and all of our partners, we're proud to introduce the 2025 Indie Game Awards nominees and presenters.
I need to look up real quick. What is 6-1 Indie? I think it's 6-1 Indie. I think like that. What is 6-1 Indie? What are you about? It's a grassroots collective focused on making. So basically, it is a. Okay. Yeah, so they're not like a studio or anything. They're basically a group specifically to prop up the developers who are in their clique. That's basically it. That's basically it. Wow. Wow. I mean, I'm not okay, let me switch camera real quick. Switch the camera. All right. So, I'm not talking about anyone specific. This is just something I want to talk about real quick, but I think it's really important for people to promote having healthy diets. And I understand sometimes you get into like a dark season in your life and maybe you're just eating poorly because of stress, etc. But generally, you want to promote the idea of eating a healthy diet. Don't eat too much. Avoid processed foods as much as possible. Avoid sugary foods. Don't drink your calories. If you drink something, drink water. Have some seltzer water, unsweetened seltzer water. If you drink coffee with the without any sweetener or anything, straight up black, so it can be promoted on your African awards. I'm terrible. So- Someone's gonna clip that. No one's gonna clip it. No one watches me. Anyways. um yeah, so yeah, don't consume too many calories. Try to stay fit, and especially for guys, I think it's really important to work out. And you can see I got some right there, kettlebells. I know they're knocked over and they don't look neat, but I have a 1-year-old daughter who walks in here and likes to um, do things with my stuff. So I don't want, especially that black one right there, that's 30 pounds. I don't want that to fall on my daughter. So all these are knocked over so they don't, they don't like crush her foot or anything. Get something. Get some dumbbells. Get a kettlebell. If you can't afford anything, do push-ups. I think it's important for all guys to be physically active. RO water. What's RO water? Let me. Some of my deaf friends agree that Game Awards are mostly Vanity Fair. Yeah. Uh, Yeah, I don't know what RO water is, but what's it called? What did I say? Or seltzer water, like because seltzer water has 0 calories, and I'm against. Stop moving. Stop moving. I'm against synthetic sweeteners, artificial sweeteners, because those things, even though they say they do nothing to you, you're eating something, you're consuming something that is man-made, and there's studies that show that artificial sweeteners mess with your brain. Reverse osmosis. Not sure what reverse osmosis water is. What is it? Let me look that up. Reverse osmosis water filter? What? That was the first thing that came up. Is this a flavored water or something? I mean, I see this is wow. Okay. All right, let me get back to the video. Let's go back. I'm talking anyways. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I decided to talk about that, but get fit, stay strong, get fit, stay active. Chat knows. I'm not tricking anyone in my chat.
Great.
I got smart people watching me.
Thank God. Let's hear it from them about who this is. So these are the guys that cooked up. So you guys are the ones that are cooking this up, doing this. Maybe you didn't do the list, but you're at least up here talking about it. You guys thought that Mega Bonk shouldn't be on the list for Game of the Year. You guys thought Ball Pit shouldn't be on the list for Game of the Year. But you had a couple of video games. I just... Guys. I really have to... We have to do something about these people. We gotta do something about them. We gotta let them...
You know, I'll give these guys a little bit of credit though. They at the very least they got their nice professional looking setup. You know, they have their screen back there with a award over here. This guy dressed up, which I'll give him credit for that. Like they're both their beards look like they trimmed them recently. Like they don't have like the nasty like neck beard that some people like to sport. So at least they have their beards trimmed. I'll give them some credit. They're making an attempt to have some presentation.
No, at least, right? I mean, like, there's no way, like, Mission. I'm not. Look.
They definitely.
Yeah, I mean, they're big boys. They're big boys. But the problem is not in their girth, but it is in their taste. That is the real problem here. That's the issue here. Okay, these are your people. Yes. Yeah. Oh, good. Let's get to soy millennials. 2 overweight soy millennial men to go and gas up the Indie Game Awards. And you've got a bunch of nominations here of games that nobody even played.
On his point of him clowning these guys, I think an important point I want to bring up, and this is kind of tangent. This is a bit of a tangent, but not everybody is able to represent what a guy should be like, especially with our current society. Like, we have terrible food, we have sedentary jobs, sitting at a desk all day, and I understand that it's a bit difficult for some people to get to an ideal shape to like what a man should represent. But at the very least, at the very minimum, guys should be outspoken about what guys should be like. Like, I'm not in the best shape I am right now. I was a lot better 2 years ago. I'll admit that. 2 years I was in really good shape. And right now my back is aching because I just started a warehouse job. And it's a bit rough. But I'm not going to say, hey, it's okay. It's okay to get overweight. It's okay to promote games that effeminizes men, and that says it's okay to have these characters where the guy is getting stomped on by the girl bosses, etc. Like, guys should be promoting what guys should do. Like, okay, you need to work out. You need to be a good leader to those around you. You need to be a good role model to those around you. And when guys call each other out on each other, that helps promote pushing society towards the right direction. I think that's the bare minimum. The bare minimum is being vocal. It's better to be it's better to also put our money where our mouth is, but at the bare minimum is to at least say, yeah, this is how things should be. Let me put it this way. One person, you have 2 people. One person who is morbidly obese and promotes the whole body acceptance, oh, you're being fat phobic, etc. And then you have another person who is the exact same weight, exact same body, exact same diet, but then says, yeah, what I'm doing is wrong. People shouldn't be like me. I have a problem with my eating habits, etc. Both the people are doing like they both have the wrong diet, but at least this person who says, "Yeah, I'm wrong," and like this person is not promoting other people to get into that same problem, if that makes sense. Yeah, you don't need some. Let me scroll up a little bit. I already said saw the cooking. 9XXL guy can join palms of his hands. That's a success. Oh man. Absalom is one. Mike Gordon worked for soundtrack. I'm not familiar with Mike Gordon, but I don't want to look him up because I have 25 minutes left on the stream. Yeah, I don't need some Adonis to present nominations, but don't give me someone 3 days before he's getting bypassed. Oh man, about to lose a foot to white chocolate iced Oreos. Ouch, man. All right, let's get back to
Somebody needs to stop millennials. They do. They have to be stopped. Because at this point, guys, it's too much. It's just too much.
Award season is in the air.
You're getting
On behalf
downvoted.
of 6-1 Indie and all of our partners.
6-1 Indie. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Really? No Deltarune. You cannot nominate a chapter of the game. When it finishes, though, I think it can get something easily. I thought Deltarune was finished. Is Deltarune not finished? I don't even know. Great categories and nominations, although I personally feel like Expedition shouldn't be here at all. I really don't know what to do, man. I really don't know what to do.
You're too good to be an indie game. Let's gatekeep you out.
I think it's not finished. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. And you could say that, okay, maybe Ball Pit doesn't get listed. I was thinking about this. Maybe Ball Pit doesn't get listed because it was published by Devolver. Okay? Let's take that one off the list. But what about these other ones? How about this? How about Mega Bonk? How about Schedule 1? Both indie devs. Neither of them got any degree of validation. Peak also? Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing you need to do. Is people already have zero engagement going their way? No, they can't. No, there are 400 likes. I can't live in a world where this gets.
Oh yeah, he does have a point, but yeah, I think both have points. One, they have no engagement, but to his point, to Asmongold's point, which I agree with, they are making an attempt to just elevate themselves up. They're making an attempt to elevate the people who are within their own clique.
400 likes, bro. Like, how does this happen to me? One day there will be a best fishing mini game, and I will scream and maybe cry.
Let me put it this way: the Jeff Keighley Awards. We'll just call it that, just to make it, because the Game Awards, like, that could mean anything. But the Jeff Keighley's. Clearly, those awards are, those are bonkers, because first of all, you have people paying to get their ads shown during the award show, because the whole award show is just an ad show to begin with. Then you have people who are within the circles, because Jeff Keighley, he's rubbing shoulders with all the CEOs. Back when I worked at Treyarch, so I was an administrative assistant, so I saw a lot of the people who walked in and out of the studio. Like, one of my jobs was to stamp people's parking tickets so they can get out of the parking lot. And Jeff Keighley came multiple times. He came multiple times specifically so he could talk to Mark Lamia, who was the head of Treyarch. So, I got to see Jeff Keighley multiple times, and Jeff Keighley has worked his way up within the game industry to the point where he's like buddies with all of the CEOs and the studio heads. So whoever is buddies with him, like Hideo Kojima, they end up getting preferential treatment. Now, while I am a fan of the Metal Gear Solid series, I'm not to the point that in which I am delirious and going to deny the fact that Hideo Kojima gets propped up more than he should.
But is there a fishing minigame? Oh my fucking god. We have to make being a millennial against the law.
Okay, man, I
think that's the only solution, guys.
Well, I'll let this play for a second, but I'm gonna raise my desk because I need a stand.
I don't know what else we can do. I've tried other things, okay? I've tried. But I don't understand what else we can do. Lock them up? You are one? Well, I don't identify as one. That's the difference, right? I mean, these people are all about self-identification. I don't identify as a millennial, okay? Even though I'm 35. Like, I'm 1990, okay? I was born 1990. I am a millennial. But I'm not like them, okay? I'm not like these other guys. I'm not like this. This is wrong. This is...
Yeah, I'm a millennial too. I guess I'm a little older than Asmongold. Yeah, I had to stand up because my back is aching, and I can only sit for so long. Anyways, so yeah, like I agree with him with millennials are out of hand. On one hand, I feel like there's been a lot of brainwashing to our generation. My generation went through a lot of brainwashing, and that's a whole topic on its own. But that's not an excuse. At a certain point, there needs to be accountability. It's the same with people who had, like, you know, parental issues, daddy issues, etc. If you're an adult, identifying your problem, okay, you know, my dad wasn't home, or, you know, my dad left, or whatever the reason is, it's like, okay, you identify the problem. Good. Now what? Now what are you going to do about it? You're an adult. Time to fix the problem. Try to work on yourself. There's a huge difference between identifying the problem and working on yourself versus identifying the problem and then using that as an excuse. So I think a lot of millennials have the victim mindset and allow themselves to become victims for their whole life due to all these things that the media was pushing onto millennials that led to you know, just this generation to be what we are right now. Okay, valid point from Asmongold. Death Stranding is a really good game. I need to get around to playing that eventually. But yeah, I agree. He is a human after all. Asmongold spent all his youth in a cave doing Raisin WoW. What's the other people's excuse? I remember good games.
Is bad. I am so fucking upset, and these retards are sitting here making these award shows for other retards, and it's making me mad. I'm one of the good ones. That's right, I am. And I see this, and it pisses me the fuck off, man.
Okay, I mean, Asmongold, at least get yourself like a pull-up bar. Put a pull-up bar at your, you know, your doorway. Do a pull-up every once in a while. I mean, I'm with the good ones. Okay, all right, buddy. I mean, that's like I said. There needs to be a little bit of self-awareness. Like my example of the obese person who promotes obesity, and the obese person says, "I'm part of the problem." I feel like he is mostly at the part of what, you know, saying like I'm part of the problem, but when he says stuff like I'm one of the good ones, it's like, you know, you at least like Yeah, at least get some dumbbells or something. Come on, you got the money. Get yourself some lightweight dumbbells, like some 20 pounders, 30 pounders.
Take a blue sky and roast them. I'll just get banned. Why would I even waste my time? Imagine when millennials get political power.
They already do. JD Vance. JD Vance is almost my age. Like, yeah, he's 2 years older than me. 85. What? Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry, 84. Yeah, he's 2 years older than me. Yeah, almost. Yeah, he's a millennial. Millennials are taking over the, and I think that's why they're pushing for that face. I think that's why, because all the people who are in the federal level of the government are like old geezers now. I mean, like Trump is in the 70s. Hillary Clinton, like she just shows up during the elections every 4 years to say vote for me. Joe Biden's a zombie. Like they're all old farts. What's her name? Elizabeth Warren. She's ancient. Like they all old, and so now we're seeing a transition of seeing younger millennials such as JD Vance. What's that one guy's name? That was Vivek. Like Vivek, he's also my age. So yeah, we're definitely seeing millennials now.
Fuck, man. You're right.
AOC a millennial.
Oh my god, bro! Like,
I think she might.
I already have. Yeah, it's just we gotta do something about this, brother. Like, we gotta stop this from happening. OTK Gaming Awards is the solution. Well, I already did that. We did a gaming award show, but like, I didn't really like. I didn't want to do it, so we stopped doing that. We did it for a year, and that was it. If I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna be real. It's gonna be either just like me or like me and Rich and S-Fan, right? That's it. Like, I'm not trying to do a big production. I'm not trying to do a huge show. I'm just trying to do something real simple without any bullshit. So yeah, that's gonna be it. And yeah, Tectone too. Yeah, sure. Tectone wants to come. I'd be down for that. Absolutely. So
why didn't he list me off? I'm here. Come on, Asmongold. I'm here. What's up? What's up now?
yeah, Ball Pit is nominated for gameplay design. But like, wait, if Ball Pit is nominated for gameplay design, wait, what? What? Wait, what? What do you mean by gameplay design? What do you mean by this? Gameplay design?
Why do you get South all of a sudden? Was that South or is that Hillbilly? What you mean by this?
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't handle this anymore. Yeah, we have to collab with Tekashi 9, bro. That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. So they know about it and they consider it legit indie. Yeah. Wait a minute. So hold up. Whoa. Wait a minute. Actually, no. I want to find it. Now. Now I got mad, but now I'm unmad, and now I'm remad. Where is it?
What gameplay design? There
Gameplay design Ball Pit. Ball Pit was published by Devolver Digital. Devolver Digital is a publisher. Being an indie game means that you don't have a publisher.
That's not necessarily true. Well, first of all, like the term indie has become very loose, especially now that a lot of indie companies have become huge. Like, for example, Valve is technically independent, but they are huge now. So people don't consider them indie anymore. Basically, like there's been a huge debate as to what exactly is indie at this point, whether it is like the size of team, whether it means you have publishing or not. indie has grown to the point where the term doesn't have a specific definition anymore, which is a bit rough to figure out, like, whether it's something's indie or not. But for the most part, if the developer is not owned by an umbrella company, for example, um, you have I worked at Treyarch, and Treyarch stopped moving. Treyarch was owned by Activision, so that's clearly Treyarch is not independent. Bungie right now is being, well, they are like what's it called? They're being bought out by Sony, but they were second party to Sony. Like Bungie went through such a what's the word? Such a journey. Like they were independent, then they got bought by Microsoft, then they went independent again, and then like they got bought out by Sony, and then they went independent again. Now then they became second party, and now they're being bought out by Sony again. I think I got that right. I don't know. I might have gotten that wrong, but the point being, a key part of being indie is not that they don't have a publisher, because you can publish games. Like a lot of indie developers are able to find a publisher to publish their game. It's more about the studio itself being independently owned. Let's see. By the way, Kojima is his studio indie as well. Yeah, I guess because he's not owned by Sony or whoever is publishing his games.
That's why Sandfall Entertainment is considered an indie studio. It's because they're publishing their own games. So we have right now elite professional retards. Look at all these games Devolver has published. Look at all this. Pages.
Yeah, but Devolver doesn't own the developer who
and they
made
put
Ball
this
Pit.
one on the indie list. This is pathetic. Expedition 33 is published by Kepler. Yeah, I don't know really if that's is that a big one. Standfall is the studio. Okay, so what does indie game even mean to them? Did they even explain what indie game means?
No.
It hosts. Okay, there we go. Great. Yeah, that's just what I wanted to see. Judges. Okay, great. So we're gonna have women-led games, Latin America Game Showcase, wholesome games. Let's see here. Black voices in gaming. Do we have any more of these here? Any other of these identity groups that are trying to pretend like they like video games? What else do we have? I think that might be all of them, which is good. Hidden block games. What the fuck? I don't even know. They shouldn't be allowed to do this. I don't think they should be allowed to do how can they do their show and have this is ridiculous. I'm pissed, bro. Blue hair.
Wait,
game?
they shouldn't be allowed? Is he advocating for censorship? I mean, I don't agree with him of that was a joke anyways, but I don't agree with him of they shouldn't be allowed to do it. People should be able to do whatever they want with their own game, their own Game Awards show, like, Studying Craig and his The Real Game Awards, like, whatever. You want to do your own Game Awards, that's, do your own Game Awards. I just think that the motives of these people should be called out. Looks like we're at the end of the video anyways, so let's go back to camera only. Hello. Hey, check out my kid's artwork. There's can I which way? Yeah, this way. There we go. Daniel Tiger. My son drew Daniel Tiger. As you can see, there's his head, and he's riding a bike, and he's wearing a red helmet. And over here, that's supposed to be me. My son said that's me. He colored it. He said that's me on a motorcycle. I don't own a motorcycle. Also, That's me. That's my son. That said that's me. Anyways, yeah, yeah. So I got 5 minutes left. Let me take this off. My back hurts. Anyways, yeah, looks like I didn't get any super chats today. That's fine. No worries. That is not required. If you want to leave one, go ahead and leave one. If you don't have to. I'm still reading through the chat anyways. Obviously, resemblance is uncanny. Yep, that's me. I wear glasses, goatee. I'm black. Holy me. Anyways, yeah. So I think I guess my main takeaway with this is that yeah, this is just another that whole circle of indie game devs. So this indie game dev circle are basically like there's a clique when it comes to AAA game devs, and there's a little overlap with that and the indie game devs because some AAA game devs moved to indie due to the well, first of all, AAA is falling apart at this point. But they also a lot of these people left because they're like, okay, I'm big on my own. I'm gonna make my own thing. So a lot of AAA have left and made their own thing. So there's a little bit of overlap with this other clique, and so the indie. Well, first of all, the AAA developers, they basically regulate who gets jobs. Jobs are hard to come across at this point because there's so many less jobs. And when people go to GDC, a lot of it is networking, not at GDC itself, but at the after parties. Like some people will go to San Francisco for GDC and not actually go to GDC. They'll go to the these after parties where they get drunk. And I don't do that. I don't drink at all. I don't like hanging around people drinking. I hate it. I hate being around people who drink. So I don't do these things. And so a lot of people network through these events, and that's how they end up getting jobs. They make friends and relationships through this method. And they end up hiring their friends. And to a degree, I think that hiring people that you know who work well is important. Like in my video I did much earlier this year, I used the example of, okay, if I have a friend who I know we worked really well together, which I have coworkers I've worked with, and it's one thing to say, all right, this is less of a risk to hire my friend who I know works really well with me versus this person who on paper looks a little bit better, but I have no idea what his personality is like. I have no idea if he is has an attitude. I have no idea if this person has a bad temper, etc. So it's less of a risk to hire somebody I know is has good team synergy with me. But it's completely different. It's not the same thing as only hiring friends, only hiring people that I network with. That is its own thing on its own. More tied with nepotism, but nepotism is more about like hiring a family member that is unqualified. So it's a little bit related to that, but not quite the same thing. Point being, I know I'm going all over the place. I guess I do that when I don't have a script, but point being, this clique likes to basically just focus on their clique. That's basically how it is. Let me catch up with the chat because I see that in the corner of my eye. All right. Yes, I remember you saying that. That's actually true. Merit on paper isn't end all be all. I been to one version of GDC Mixer here. The drinking is a thing, and they talk a lot. Yeah, I've been to 2 or 3 GDCs. I can't remember, but and one of them. So it was a IGDA. I used to be part of the IGDA, and I decided to stop because I figured this is like when I was early, I was still in college, and I figured this would be a good way to network with developers. But I quickly stopped paying my dues to be an IGDA member because I was paying yearly for no benefit at all. Like they gave me this little card that had my name and it said I'm in the IGDA, but I was like, what am I getting out of this? I'm giving them money and I'm getting nothing out of this. I went to one of this. Well, it was like we met at the top of this restaurant, and everyone was getting drunk, and I didn't like that. And I ended up leaving because I was like, I don't want to be around all these people drinking. It's IGDC here. International Game Developers Center. That's what C is stands for. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So, yeah, I left the IGDA a long time ago. I did have a mentor through the IGDA, but she stopped. She stopped responding to me. Like I would keep sending her messages asking, like, "Hey, can you look at my resume? Can you do this? Can you do that?" And then she eventually just kind of started ghosting me, and I was like, "All right, this is not a person I can rely on as a mentor anymore." Um, this was a long time ago, though. I don't know if like maybe she just got too busy or something, or I don't know if she had more mentees or whatever. But I just eventually stopped messaging her due to the fact that she would reply to me very slowly. Like it was like like I send her a text message and then get a reply months later or something like that. So I don't know. That was my experience. Um, Anyways, as I wrap things up, thanks to everyone who joined. I appreciate all you guys being part of today's live stream. Again, next week, I will likely, I think what I'm going to do is do the live stream on Tuesday instead of Wednesday, since I'm going to work almost the entire day on Wednesday next week. I do have a video that I recorded last night. I talk about my thoughts on Black Ops 7, like the campaign being wonky, their use of AI, etc. I I recorded that last night. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that or not because I might be not loud enough, or I'm not too sure. I'm gonna go through it, see if I should edit it together. Maybe I might re-record it. Also, I record it at nighttime, so the lighting is much different. This is what my room looks like during daytime. So the lighting looked very different when I recorded it last night at night. But that's what I'm trying to get out this week as far as the video. My thoughts on Black Ops 7 since I worked at Treyarch during Black Ops 4, and my suspicions as to what led to the campaign being bad and their use of AI. Hey Wrangler, thanks for joining. Yeah, you are late. I'm actually wrapping things up. I appreciate you showing up though. Oh, all you guys are in here right now, please leave a like. Please hit the like button. That will help the algorithm once YouTube starts sending this out to people's algorithm. And yeah, that's basically it. Thanks everybody for joining. Now I gotta get ready to go to work because I have to be at work in about around an hour from now, less than an hour. But anyways, yeah, I gotta change my clothes and eat and get ready. Thanks for joining. You guys take care. I appreciate all you guys for being part of this. What does this do? Let me do a haha. I'll do a laugh. I'll do a little. Is this showing up in my chat at all? No, I don't think so. I don't know. I'm doing like these emojis during in the chat. I don't think it's doing anything. Anyways, thanks for joining. Everybody, go work out. Be strong. Be men. Take care. Bye.